Good morning, everybody. Welch with the Melco application. Today, I'm going to walk you how to use the master queue on your machine. This is going to be super helpful, running a bunch of names, a bunch of different designs that you want to get going throughout the day. Kind of simulate, say, a team that came in and they were their ball bags, backpacks, that kind of embroidered with their names on it. So simulate that, kind of give you guys a walkthrough of how to use the master queue. Now you're going to be using this master queue section if you're running the head system. You can see I got machines behind me. So it's going to be a nice, easy way to get designs loaded. Take time in the morning, get all your designs set up, and it's just going to kick them back and forth. So I'm going to share my screen. See, let me get rid of the thumbnail video. I think it might be in the way. So that. And, first, the preface of what I did when I was setting this my design shop, and I did out my names. I'm on a folder, desktop, and just let them there so it's fine. So first step is, you can see I got my two machines, and down in the bottom, you can see the queue section here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, and I'm going to hit add, and I'm going to find my folder of names real quick. I'm going to hit Control A. I think that you guys can see all this. If not, I'm just going in and finding my folder. Hitting Control A, I'm going to hit open. And now you can see in our design queue, it says pending design. So we got all the names here. So let's go ahead and we're going to select on machine 1 here. And before we get started, I'm going to go into settings real quick and kind of walk through this. How I would set up in my design queue is you have your auto load next pending design, right? So that's going to do is it's going to automatically load the next design in the pending designs for you. So when you're done with the other design, it's going to load the next in there, so you don't have to go to File and Load design. It's going to automatically do this for you. Prompt before auto load, if you check that box, what that's going to do is it's going to pop up a little notification that says, do you want to load the next design? That way, if you had, say, a thread break and you missed the top part of your eye or something on your design, you're able to catch that before it loads the next design and fix that. Your choice on that. Show operator note dialog and design load. That's another thing too. You can have notes set up in here for your design. Say, in Design Shop, you created this file a long time ago and you had an operator's note in there. You can have that prompt you. And then remove designs from queue on design load. What that's going to do is, instead of it keeping all of these designs in here, it's going to delete it out once it's done. I personally like that. That way I'm not sitting there and accidentally rerunning or reloading a file. And then enable master queue. So that's what we're talking about today, is this master queue. What that's doing is it's sending these files to all the machines. So say you are running an 8-head Melco modular system, and you hit that master queue button. What that's going to do is, like, say in this case, we're running all these names, and they're just going on backpacks. All these backpacks are exactly the same. It doesn't matter which name goes on which one. With that master queue, when I use that, when I load the file and it, say, number 3 gets done, we load our first file to all of them, and number 3 is done first, it's just going to pick the next name in the pending designs, and it's going to load to number 3, and say number 3 is loaded the next one. Now number 6 got done. It's going to take that next file in the load or in the pending designs and load it over to that machine. So that's what we're talking about today, is this master queue. Now you can also do auto-define color sequence. I'm not going to do that. If you set up your thread tree with all the correct colors, when it loads that next design, it'll sequence it for you. So all you really need to do is hoop up your garments and press start on the machine. It's going to save you a bunch of time. So let's hit apply here. I'm just going to go over in here and check machine number 2 and make sure I have my same settings as well. You can see I have all the same stuff clicked. Now, on machine 1 here, I'm going to come in and we're going to load up this Billy Blue Chain. He's the star hitter for the baseball team. We're going to throw his name in there. So I'm going to hit load design. And you can see Billy Blue Chain's favorite color is green. We got that in there. We could go and set that all up. So now Billy Blue Chain is loaded in on machine 1. I'm going to come over here to machine 2, and I'm going to load up Home Run Henry. We're going to load his name. And you can see now it took out those names that we loaded in the machine, so it's no longer in the pending. Now say Home Run Henry needed to have more than 1 run. I can click here and say he's getting 5 bags loaded. Now it's going to keep going that, or keep running that design until all 5 of them are done. You can see up here it says runs completed. We're at 0 of 5. Once it gets to 5, it'll take out Home Run Henry and it'll bring in Sammy Shortstop. Really nice. So say all of them needed multiple runs, you could go multiple runs on that. Yeah, really easy to do this. Set up your files in the morning, get them all loaded into a folder. Like I said, my recommendation is just make a folder on your desktop, name it whatever, and just get all those files set up for the day and load them all in the master queue. So really, it's a pretty easy system to use. It could save you a bunch of time. So if you guys have any questions on this, I know this is a nice short and simple video. Not too much to go over with the master queue. Now, I'll do a video later on not using the master queue and how to use this, the pending designs and the master queue on here. But yeah, really straightforward. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. And or you can email us over to applications@melco.com. So until next week, happy embroidering, guys.